Hey friends, welcome to this podcast where we'll be talking about cryptocurrency. Today is Wednesday, 24th of March 2021, and this is my first episode in English. Obviously, my main language is Spanish, and I've been talking about cryptocurrency in Spanish more than 1 year now. But doing that in English is like a real challenge for me, okay? So I hope you have some mercy with me. You can forgive me if I'm making some mistakes. Or even, I don't know, if maybe some words or some content is not exactly how you would expect it would be. But I'm telling you that I'm doing my best. And I want to tell you also why cryptocurrency and why now. Because obviously for me it's a challenge, but I think it's necessary. It is not just try to improve my presence in the media because I have this YouTube channel. No, that's all. It is also, because it's something necessary to get the people to know. I don't even know how to start, honestly, because it's so many things we have to talk about that. But we have two stories today. The story of the note and the gold. And then we have the story of my life since 2012 until today, which is the time I've been working with cryptocurrency. Okay? So yeah, many people say that cryptocurrency is a scam, or it is fake, or you cannot rely on it. Or maybe you get into the cryptocurrency, you are gonna get bankrupt, and they maybe are right. I mean, obviously, if you start a business, if you start any adventure in the financial life, of course you can get bankrupt. The secret to avoid this bankruptcy, it is just to getting some knowledge about how the things work. And when you know how the things work, maybe you won't be bankrupt so easily, okay? So yeah, there are many people cheating with the cryptocurrency. At the same time, there are many people cheating with banking accounts or cheating with mobile phones or with the insurances. But this is not just because cryptocurrency or things are bad. This is because the people are bad. So wherever the people is, it's gonna be good and bad things. It's not because of the cryptocurrency or the insurances or the phones or the money. It's because some people are bad and they want to take advantage. So the first thing to have in your mind to avoid to get tricked with the cryptocurrency, it is having some knowledge about it, okay? And this is one of the goals of this podcast. Having you to know how cryptocurrency is working and let you know where you can go, how far you can go, and what you can expect from this new world in the finance, so you can get into it as deep as you want, but confident that everything you do, you can do it safely, okay? So today, as is the first episode, I cannot, obviously you cannot start with this kind of stuff like technicalities or this kind of graphics where we can predict the market or telling you are going to be rich or things like that, because it's not the goal of my podcast, okay? The goal of this podcast, it is, as I said before, giving you some knowledge about how the things are working. And then, of course, you can get profits from it. And I have two stories for you today, and they are not technical, okay? So maybe you can have some fun, maybe not. It is depending on everyone. I will see that in the number of the reproductions of my podcast. So depending on if you are just listening to the podcast or not, I will see if this is funny for you or it's not. But I have these stories for you to understand something better, the world of the finance and the cryptocurrency. Look, let's go back to 1980. Maybe some of you, they were not even born, but let's imagine, okay, 1980. And we are having one of these £10 note and put it inside plastic bag. And then you imagine in the same day, in 1980, you are going to a jewelry shop or Mint, London, and you buy 10 pounds of gold. Okay? So you put both things together in your backyard, on the ground, obviously, because otherwise maybe you want to take it before needed. And today, 2020, 2021, let's say 40, to make the number round, 40 years later, you are going to this place to get your treasure back. And with the 10 pounds note, maybe you can go to the pub and get 2-3 good beers. Alone, obviously. If you're going with someone else, it won't be 2, just 1.5 maybe. And then you take a small piece of gold you bought just 40 years ago, and I'm absolutely sure you can get at least a dinner for your entire family. So this is like a kind of reflection about how the things are keeping the value. I mean, the pounds, euros, the dollar, they are not good value keepers. They are not preserving the value. Let's say that in 1980, you were able to, I don't know, have your family, 1, 2 kids, your car, your house, and maybe like installments for paying your, I don't know, your washing machine or any other kind of appliance. But today, you cannot do that. Today, to live in any city out of London, you would need at least 2 salaries. And if you are in London, like maybe even 3 or more. So this is the difference, okay? And we're not talking about, okay, because everything is getting more expensive with the time. No, why? The thing is not that the things are not getting more expensive. The thing, my theory, and that I want to tell you here, it is that the pound is losing value. So with the time, you will need more pounds to buy the same thing, okay? It seems the same thing, but it's not. And you will go now to the gold. So you will see the gold has been keeping the value much better than the 10 pounds note, okay? Because with the gold you can buy today many more things than you were able to buy back in 1980. And also it has been many other problems with the gold we will discuss in, I don't know, in episodes to come. Because today the price of the gold is not exactly the same price. It's not exactly the price that the gold should have. I mean, I think the gold is undervalued. There are many people thinking about it. But this is not the goal of this first day. So my story is just to make you understand that if you put these 2 things on the ground in your backyard 40 years ago, today with the same note than 40 years ago, you would be able to buy just a few things. And with the gold, you would be able to buy many more things. So if you take this comparison, like, I don't know, 40 years ago, and we are going now to the cryptocurrency, let's do the same comparison with Bitcoin in just 1 year. Look, I remember perfectly the price because about April or May last year, when I had the accident and I had to be in the house a lot of time. So I was just looking for something to do. And I started talking about the cryptocurrency in my language, in Spanish, and I started this podcast. And I was advising the people to buy some cryptocurrency because it would be an event called halving, which is a process where the cryptocurrency, not cryptocurrency, but the Bitcoin, every 4 years, it is getting slower in the speed that it is at which it's produced. So I was advising the people to buy some Bitcoin, and I remember by then, talking about May 2020, it was about £4,000 the Bitcoin. £4,000 the Bitcoin last year, and this year Bitcoin is over 50,000. You realize that the price of one single Bitcoin has gone 10 times in just 1 year. So if you put together these two stories about the £10 note and the gold you bought 40 years ago, and the gold is preserving better the value than the money, the pounds, you put these things together with Bitcoin. Bitcoin in just 1 year, if you had £4,000, today you would have £40,000 or more. Let's say it's a comparison, because right now even it's small. But this is the thing I want you to think about: how the things are preserving the value, how the things are getting you a bit more free in the financial life. Why? Because if you have just one Bitcoin, 1 pound and 1 ounce of gold, in just 1 year, just with the Bitcoin, you would have 10 times the money you had 1 year back. With the gold, I mean, the price of the gold is a bit crazy these days, but I'm absolutely sure you would have a bit more. But with the £10, just one year before, maybe today you wouldn't be able to take the same amount of beer or food or whatever that you had 1 year ago. So the pounds, the euros, the dollar, we call it the fiat currency. They are not keeping the value at all. They're losing value constantly, and we will talk about why this is happening with the time. The gold and the precious metals, more importantly right now, the silver. Silver is it is getting really nice revenue, and in the yearly period. I mean, in the last year, the silver, it was like 60-70% less than now. So the silver has been growing in the price, which has been the case of the gold. We will talk about why, okay? But if you put all these things together with the cryptocurrency, you look at that. One single Bitcoin in 1 year, it has grown up by 10 times, okay? If you had £4,000 1 year ago, you would have £40,000 today. So this is the first story, and let's go to get the second one, which is my experience with the cryptocurrency starting in July 2012. Look, Bitcoin was created about 2008, 2009. It appears to be a guy called Satoshi Nakashima or something like that. So this guy started this adventure, and about July 2012, after this crisis, it was like a worldwide crisis. In my country, well, every single business related with the building industry, it was really going very, very bad. So my company, after almost a year of gradual decline in the activity, it was almost having to be closed, because it was not working at all. So I decided to go to Germany, and I booked some accommodation with Airbnb. And my host, it was asking me to pay in Bitcoin. I didn't even know what the heck is this. What is this Bitcoin? So the guy told me, well, I'm just getting paid in Bitcoin because I'm not trusting the money. Okay, so how can I pay you in Bitcoin? The guy gave me this address. It is in the article. It is www.localbitcoins.com. Okay, www.localbitcoins.com. You can see that in the article. Well, I just opened the account really easy. I bought the equivalent of 75 euros of that time, and I paid to this guy in Airbnb, and I just forgot I had this account. Okay, because as I said, I didn't know what the Bitcoin was, so I just opened the account, I paid this guy, and that's it. I just forgot it. 7 years later. 7, okay? 77. And here in England, I just decided to start investing some money for my retirement, pension plan, investments, in the stock markets, cryptocurrency, and things like that. Because, the financial life of a guy who is over 55 is difficult. You need to start saving for your future. Otherwise, you are going to have a really, really, really low pension. So I just remember I had this account, and after setting up everything else, I went onto my local bitcoins.com account, and I managed to recover the account and the access to it. And I had a really, really, really big surprise. and this is what I want to share with you. Look, I bought in 2012 6.81 bitcoins. And I paid 5 bitcoins for my accommodation and 1.5 bitcoins for a product for antivirus for my mobile phone or something. So I had like a 0.31 bitcoins left in my account, and I didn't know this even it was in there, okay? But when I went to my account and I opened it, I say, okay, I had in here 0.31, and what is this? I don't know what is this. So I went to the calculator, and by then, I'm talking about December 2019, one bitcoin, it was about 3,000 euros. So my 0.31 bitcoins were more than $1,000. Okay, you can imagine the surprise. So I just spent 75 euros in 2012, and I paid for my accommodation, I paid for the antivirus, and it was like a 0.31 bitcoins, which is I don't know how many but euros by then, but it was just the rest. Okay, the accommodation, it was over 50, and the antivirus, it would maybe over 10, so it would be like less than 10 euros in bitcoin. They became more than $1,000 in 2018. Okay, so this was my surprise. And you know why this is surprising? Because no one took it. It's more, no one can take it, because Bitcoin is inside something called blockchain. Blockchain is, let's say, like a chain of computers out, and I say clearly, out of the net of the official banks or central banks or governments or anything else. So it's absolutely independent. It is ours. We are the blockchain. So my 0.31 bitcoins, they were in the blockchain, and no one took it. No one could take it. And now they were $1,000. So this is my surprise. This is my nice experience with the cryptocurrency. And this is mainly why I started doing stuff with the cryptocurrency. I will be, I don't know, of course, I guess this content will be interesting for many of you. So I will be telling you more stories about cryptocurrency, and we will go to the practice, obviously, because this is not just about stories or to know how I made more or less money with the Bitcoin, but to put you in the path so you can do the same. So I will be telling you more stories. I will be sharing with you more experiences. I can tell you that every single investment has its risk, but not all the investments are bad. Okay, and if you are taking it with knowledge, with the safety, with the confidence that you are doing the things okay, you know the system, it is very, very, very likely to be really, really successful for you. Look, I'm not a rich guy. I'm just having my job, my salary, and that's it. But I can tell you that with the cryptocurrency, I'm getting a really, really nice extra money every year or every month, whatever you want. Okay. So you will have in here the opportunity to know how to invest for the long term, for your retirement or for your savings or for the future of your house, of your kids or whatever. You also will be able to invest in a really, really short term, like buying today and selling tomorrow and get profits. And you also will have the opportunity to get independent of the official chain, official network of the central banks or the government operation in general. Because all the platforms I'm sharing with you here, they have been proved to be 100% legal, 100% reliable, and really, really custom oriented. So they are even having a really, really nice customer attention team, okay? So I will be really, really happy to know whether you're thinking about this podcast. You can go to the webpage, come into this article or any other one, leave your comment about if you like it or not. I'm telling you, this is just the first episode. I'm talking about just the 2 stories, but in the future, and starting maybe in the next one, you will have some real experience with the real platforms of cryptocurrency. You will be able to get some money. You will be able to start to using it since the first day. For all the people, maybe they are going to be curious about cryptocurrency. You can go to this webpage I just told you, www.localbitcoins.com. And you can even open your account and buy maybe 10, 50 pounds in Bitcoin. Do not buy more, because this platform, localbitcoins.com, it's really useful for some stuff, but it's not exactly the most modern and intuitive platform. It's not like today the other platforms we will see in the next weeks, and they are nice apps in the phone, and you can have even your debit card for spend your cryptocurrency, paying for your coffee or your shopping with the cryptocurrency. So it's just to take a look about what is this. You can go to the localbitcoins.com, and even if you want, or if you have some money, maybe you want even to buy some Bitcoin. But as I told you, this is not going to be the main kind of platform we are going to see here. Localbitcoins.com, it is just the start. It's where I did start, and I think it's interesting for you at least to take a look. If you don't want to buy, don't buy, because next week we will be keep going with Coinbase, with Crypto.com, with Nexo, with many different banks, which they are paying you interest for having your money inside. So just to take a look, it's okay. Even if you have 50 pounds, I don't know, you are not going to spend it in something else. Maybe you can buy some Bitcoin, because today, anything you want, anything you buy in cryptocurrency in a period of 1 week, 1 month, half a year, you will have some profits for sure. So I hope this episode is not too bad for you, just because it's my first episode in English. I will try to speed up with the computer now, so maybe you will feel my voice a bit weird, but I'm just trying to make it shorter, because right now it's 26 minutes long, and I think I will be able to put it down to 23, 24. Okay. So this is the thing. This is everything I wanted to tell you today. My first episode. Anything you want, you already know. You go to the webpage and you leave your comment in any of the articles, and I will be answering to you, of course. So I'm just saying you goodbye, and I will see you in the next podcast of this cryptocurrency channel. Bye bye.